Good afternoon. This is Victor Jimenez with Sewer Line Check Professionals. I'm here at 50 West Montana Street in Pasadena, and I'm in the process of performing a video examination of the main sewer line. Now, the main sewer line is the portion of the wastewater piping which is exterior to the structure. It lies underground and connects the building drain line system to the public sewer. The building drain line system then is the portion or portions of the waste drainage piping which is underneath or interior to the structure. Today's video examination does not focus on the building drain line system, so if further evaluation is desired regarding the building drain line system, a licensed plumbing contractor should be contacted, or a specialty building drain line video examination can be set up through our office. Alright, so I've accessed today's main sewer line from a 2.5-inch maintenance access located on the left wall of the structure. Pushed through about 20 feet of building drain line system, got outside the house, and then here pushed another 57 feet to the connection point to public sewer, which is running under the street. So we're going to be coming today from public sewer back up through the access point that we started from today, and I'll be picking up a little bit of the building drain line system, so I will talk about the section that we do pass through. Now, pulling away from public sewer, we basically, that last piece of pipe there, the last 6 inches or so, that is a material known as vitrified clay. The public sewer running under the street is that same material. Now, vitrified clay has a very long service life expectancy. However, it is more susceptible to damage during earthquakes and seismic activity. It also does have a tendency to let in roots at the joint areas, and it is a more brittle material, so it does have that higher likelihood to be damaged. Now, the remainder of the line, you can see where the pipe material changes. We're looking at this like almost spotted looking reddish pipe. That is a material known as cast iron. Now, the entire remainder of the main sewer line is that cast iron. A portion of the building drain line system is also that. There's one other material which I will cover when I get to it. Now, the reason that I'm bringing this up in the beginning is that the house was built in 1923. This pipe seems to be original to that structure and to that building. Now, cast iron is a material that typically has a service life between 70 to 80 years on average. Now, if this pipe is original to the building, that means it's exceeded its expected service life by a little over 20 years, it's been extended, right? Now, those are averages. Typically, or more commonly, cast iron pipes that were installed in the 20s and 30s tend to last longer than those that were installed in the 50s or the 60s. So just because it is an old pipe doesn't mean that it's broken, doesn't mean that it's failing. What we are looking at here and what we are running into is that this is an older material. Now, what happens with cast iron pipes is that there's basically chemical reactions start to occur within the pipe, and rust and scale starts to build up in them. Now, when that happens, essentially, the rust and scale will build up. The next thing that happens is that the bottom of the pipe will start to level off. We're seeing this here in this pipe. The bottom of the pipe is basically turned a little bit flat. Not completely, but you can see the bottom there is a little bit flat. The next thing that will start happening is that bottom section of the pipe, the one that actually receives most of the water, will start to erode faster than the rest of it, and it will start to actually rot away. Now, at that point in the line, when that starts to occur, the line doesn't have that much more service life. It's essentially you have a pipe that's basically failing from within. Now, again, I did not see any breaks in any section of the cast iron. With that said, as long as there are no breaks or cracks, from what I'm seeing today, there's no reason to recommend that the line gets placed out or changed at this moment. But it is something to think with, because unlike clay pipes, plastic pipes, concrete pipes, and a couple of other pipes, those materials will basically last as long as they're not broken by some external force. Cast iron, on the other hand, actually starts to deteriorate and corrode. So it has an expected service life, and eventually it will fail. It is inevitable, and this will occur. So just something that should be thought with is that ultimately this line will need to be replaced out and will need to be repaired and installed and replaced with a newer material. Now, we have a few more feet here, and there's one thing I'm going to point out That's right about here. So the line basically exits out of the building. It runs under that concrete patio and then into the yard, and it starts heading diagonally towards the corner of the driveway. There's a component missing in the system, which is a main sewer line cleanout. A main sewer line cleanout is defined as a 3.5 inch, at least 3.5 inch to 4 inch maintenance access, or cap, screw-on cap or plugged cap, which exists within 2 feet of the house and is there to service solely the main sewer line, which is the pipe that, which is the plumbing pipe which services all of the building drain system and takes that waste into the public sewer. It runs underground and is outside the building. That should be installed to be able to properly clean the line. It's there for proper maintenance and access into the system. Not absolutely mandatory. With the access that I had today, I was able to get through pretty easily. But I just something to think with that one should be installed. That would be kind of the proper access for the system. It wasn't the focus of my examination today, but I did go through it, so I will comment. Essentially what we're looking at here is we're still looking at this original cast iron in this section in okay shape and okay condition. And a few feet here we're going to be converting into a different material, and I'll talk about that when we get to it. Alright, now at this point, we're converting into a section of pipe known as ABS plastic. It's a new, modern style plastic piping. It was installed basically by both of these bathrooms. That's where we're accessing it, in between both of these bathrooms. So the plastic pipes are excellent. They have long service life expectancies, smooth inner surfaces, and also a little bit more impervious to things like root intrusions and damages or cracks. So here on the right side of the property, left side of the property, the backyard's over there. So the access point's right here. Line's coming out in the front yard there and out to the street. So at this point, my only recommendation at this exact time would be to get the main sewer line cleanout installed so that you do have proper access into the system, and to just be aware of the fact that eventually a newer material, preferably plastic, but that's not necessary at this time. Alright, and with that, I'm going to be wrapping up the video portion of the examination for today. Once again, this is Victor Jimenez with Sewerline. Thank you very much, and have a pleasant day.